Hello, I'm Leroy, food and beverage consultant, food stylist. Today we're going to be working on styling ackee and saltfish, and we are working with total natural ingredients. We're going to walk you through the step of preparing the hero plate, the hero item, working on the set, and using some terms that you're going to need to know if you're going to become a food stylist. So stay tuned. You can look into it and see what's in it. Now in the dish here I have what is called a filler. A filler is any item that we use. It could be parts of the original ingredients that you put at the bottom of the bowl when you're working with a bowl, so it gives you the bulk, so you don't have to fill the plate with ackee and saltfish or fill the plate with pasta or whatever you're putting, or salad, whatever. We use fillers, and then we put the styled item on top of that. It also helps to keep the item firm and it allows it not to shrink, so you can have it on set for a long period of time depending on the shoot you're doing and the amount of angles that you need to cover. All right, so we're going to combine our ackee and saltfish, and then we're going to add it to the dish, and then we're going to set it up, and so you can see what it is like. Okay, so right here is my ackee and codfish, and we're combining this. Please remember, you are not cooking, you're styling the dish. All right, it requires some amount of cooking, but not complete cooking. You want to give the dish the appearance that it is done. Remember, food stylist is someone who prepare food for the camera only, not for consumption. So all right, so this is where we are now. So we're going to start adding the here to ensure we cover the filler. And you can use just about anything for your filler. Now, when you just started doing your styling, it is very important when you're working with your dish, with your hero dish on set, that you cover all the negative space, so you don't have grease running all over your dish, because it's very difficult to clean when your dish is on set. All right, so now we have that. You can see that it gives it a nice bulk, a nice lift. All right, and it's firm, it's not going to shift, it's not going to shrink. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to style it. So the styling work really just begin. The artistic work, we're just going to be working with now. Now, one of the things you have to do is to ensure that everything is placed in a perfect position. Can't be too artificial, but you have to place them perfectly. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to sit down here a little, and I'm going to work with my dish here. This will take some time, and as a food stylist you have to be very patient. How you place each peg of the ackee is very important, because you are going to be shooting from different angles, and that's the thing. One of the things you have to do when you're working, you have to know what angle you're going to be shooting from and where is going to be the focal point of the camera. That's very important. The focal point of the camera is very important. What part of the dish you're going to be highlighting in your shoot, because there are some shots that you don't take the entire plate. If you're doing an overhead shoot, then the entire dish has to be properly organized. But if you're doing just a singular section of the dish, it's called a focal point, then you style around that area. So here we are, we're setting this up. You want to have all the elements of the dish visible. Okay, some some saltfish and so will fall between the ackee when you mix it in the pot, and so you have to position them in a way that the dish is well organized and beautiful through the lens of the camera. Now, when you're styling again, you can use what we call a standing dish. So you would do like 2 or 3 dishes and you use one as a stand-in, but your hero dish is the one that you take the photograph of. So you use a stand-in actually to test the lights. Okay, your sponge, that's very important. Your makeup sponge, your cotton makeup cotton, they're very important when you're doing your styling, because these help to clean the areas of the dish that is you have a little mess on. Okay, if you notice on one side of my dish it's a little empty over there, because that's where we're going to put some other products for the shoot. All right. Now you're probably asking yourself the question, why should I become a food stylist? I'm a chef. Why should I learn how to style? Interestingly, a food stylist can be a chef, but not all chef is a food stylist. All right? Because food stylist is the art of preparing food for the camera. And there are so many opportunities out there. If you look on all the billboards and the advertisement signs, the burgers and the fried chicken, all of those are styled. The books, the magazine, all of those are actually styled items. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add some Scotch bonnet, because you cannot have your ackee without your Scotch bonnet. It's going to be strategically placed. And we have them like that. And to give them a little sheen, we're going to use our paintbrush here. This, I should tell you, it's an art, and you have to be very patient. You can't rush. You could be styling 2 dishes for up to 4 or 5 hours. So this is our hero breadfruit here. Here. Just going to be using 3 pieces because the focus here is on the ackee, really, not the breadfruit. Pull this up a little, make your dish looking nice. Okay, so now we are technically through. We're going to clean up our dish. It must be impeccably clean and ready for the camera. Consider food styling is like a makeup artist. The makeup artists make the individual pretty for the camera, and this is what the food stylists do, make the food pretty for the camera. All right, so now we're going to add our props to this. We're going to add our props to the shoot. So we're working with all natural ingredients here. All right. There are two types of ingredients we use in food styling: natural and artificial. So we are working with all natural ingredients here. All right. So let's okay. So this is your complete dish. If the intention of the photographer or the videographer to get more an overhead shot, then that can be worked on.